We did a thing called LTN Con. What at the time of this recording was about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and I guess almost 3 weeks. Two weeks ago.
No, it was
2 weeks ago.
Just
whatever. Over
10 days, a week and
ago.
a half, just 2 weeks ago. October 14 through 17, year of our Lord 2022. So however many days that is.
And it was awesome. I don't want to lead the witness here, but it was really great. We had a blast. There were a lot of really cool things that we were able to do, people we were able to meet, games that we were able to play. Some of us. Kate played a lot more than I did.
Well, barely.
And we had like great vendors there. We had really cool events. Like, it was a good time. It was a really good time.
It was.
And so Kate said, hey, we should talk about that on this podcast. And I was like, that's a fantastic idea.
Well, yeah, because I mean, wouldn't you want to know? Like, I don't know. There was so much to talk about it. It was a super fun thing. LTN did it. And a lot of the people that are in the chat right now or listening were there.
Yeah.
So, which was crazy because I had a couple people come up to me and be like, you're Kate? And I said, yeah. And I couldn't read their name tag thing, their badge. And they said they knew me and my voice. And I didn't want to say, who are you? Because what if I'd met them before?
I really love that.
Well, it turns out I hadn't met them before, so I could have said that. But so it was cool to put a face to a Twitch name, Discord name, etc. That was fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing that was fun for you?
Yeah, that was about it. And then putting names and faces.
Yeah, and then getting on the plane and going home. Yeah.
No. Looking at Aaron's plant collection and then going home.
Yeah, that's 6-1.
No, that was a highlight for me. I bought a bunch of stuff from some of the vendors because, as you know, I love like buying things.
Let's see your loot.
And like clothes and stuff. So I bought this shirt from Gilded Greyland, and
I didn't even think about getting a shirt from them.
Well, that's why you always make fun of me for buying clothes, and now look at you. So I have clothes. I also bought some miniature tiny stuff from Mini Maple's studio.
What did you get?
I got this. This is great podcast listening.
Oh, yeah.
But I got a mini healing potion that I will describe it for you listeners. Is a tiny glass jar with a cork top that has 2 dice in it, and it has some resin in it that looks like a potion. So I like tiny things like that. And then I bought some miniature book magnets.
Which ones did you get?
Well, I got Charlotte's Web, and then I got The Hobbit, and I got Anne of Green Gables, and I selflessly gave the other 2 away to my mom and my cousins.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Humility.
No, I did. I bought it. I bought it for them. I was just kidding about the selfless part.
we know, Kate.
I was just kidding.
We all get it.
So I was excited about that. And also it was cool that vendors were there. I don't know. I thought it was really cool looking at everybody's stuff and having Todd there making mosaics while it's all going on and watching him do it.
Dude, Todd Turner, Mosaic Fan Art, had the most insane spread of glass mosaics I have ever seen.
It was crazy.
I have ever seen.
I was watching him from afar, and I was super nervous because I wanted to be his friend so bad, but I didn't like. Which is such a
go up and talk to people.
No, I did go up and talk to him, but I was thinking like, what's my in? Like, you got one chance to.
Yeah, Mom Spaghetti.
To get KY Medicine Man on your side here. You got one chance. So those were cool. I was really, really, really pumped about the keynotes and the breakout sessions because I even bought a new notebook for it.
It's true.
Notes.
It's true.
I didn't even get to go to every single one, which I was.
Yeah,
like,
you chewed me out about that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, part of it was your fault, but the other part was like Aaron and I needed to get food and drinks for people.
Oh,
so
Kate.
People couldn't just wait and be thirsty while I was taking notes about whatever. So
Thursday night for the fellowship dinner. Okay. So the fellowship dinner is something that we do for people that support us financially and are able to make it to LTN Con. We do We've done it virtually. We've done it in person. Any way that we can, we've done this where it's like, hey, we want to honor you and say thank you with a meal, right? Little small token of our gratitude. You and Aaron take Matt's.
Yeah. Oh, and Asia. No, it was me and Aaron. And Asia.
They were,
so
that was the problem.
3 people. No, it still wouldn't have worked even if we'd only had 2 people. So
the 3 of you take Matt's 2002 Toyota Corolla. Or is it a Honda Civic?
One of those.
It's a small little hatchback type car.
Yeah. We went to Sam's Club. We went to Sam's Club first to get sodas and things for people. So the back trunk was completely full. There was nothing else in there, right? And then we thought, oh, we'll go to the taco place to get this food because we were already out. And Matt said, it's ready now. So we went to go get it and thought, oh, yeah, we'll just put it, on our laps and maybe in the foot area or something. Wherever we'll fit it, it should be fine. Can't be that hard. Well, we showed up and Aaron and I went in and the guys were like, where's your car? Where's your car? So already we're starting to get uneasy. Like, why are you making it seem like we can't just carry it out of here? What's the big deal?
They were very concerned.
They were concerned. So we pulled the car up. We were trying to put the food in as a team of people comes and brings the food out. And then we thought, oh no. So they kept bringing like big boxes out, boxes and all this stuff. And we're cramming it in. And remember, there's no room in the trunk. So all of this is me, Asia, and the other empty seat there. And we're cramming stuff in. And the guys were like, do you have another car? Do you need us to help you get the stuff? And at that point, we just wanted to leave. And be like, no, it's done. We're leaving. Like, it can't get any worse. And like, oh, 1 more box. They bring out 2 or 3 more boxes.
Well, but 1 more and then another and then 1 more.
And they were judging us.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they looked at us like, oh, you poor girls. You never like.
It was probably one of those moments where they were trying really hard not to mansplain that this was not going to fit in the vehicle.
But we had to make it fit. What are we going to do? 2 trips for this? So it fit, and we got to the church. We got to the church. Beef juice was everywhere in the back of Matt's car. That had leaked out of the thing. Not our fault though. And we pulled up and opened the door. We're like, help, help, help. Because we couldn't get out of the car because we had stuff on our laps. And I could have sworn MDB walked so slow to help us.
Oh, no, that's normal MDB speed. Yeah.
He walked so slow. But everybody got their food, and it was a great time of hanging out with the fellowship, and everybody ate tacos and had salsa and whatever they wanted to their heart's content, and there were loads of leftovers. But I will never forget those guys.
We ordered enough taco stuff, like build your own taco, for I don't remember how many. It was like
people. 1,000 tacos or something.
100 or so people, but we had enough for twice that. Like we had so much taco stuff left over. It was nuts, absolute nuts. But you're right. You spilled. I mean, it felt like somebody just dumped beef juice. Like, oh, we missed a spot and then dumped that over there. And it soaked into stuff in his car.
Oozed out.
Like shirts or jackets or whatever that were like maybe in the back seat.
Shouldn't have had it.
And so it smelled terrible in that car. Every time we get into it, Matt would gag. And so we started calling it the Beefmobile. Oh, Beefmobile to the rescue. To the Beefmobile.
Yeah, and you know what's the best part is the Warm Beers have a 12-passenger van that we could have used.
Yeah, who needs it, right?
But did not occur to us until we were trying to leave the taco place of like,
take the Beefmobile. You take the Beefmobile. And then Erin went and cleaned it, and she's like, hey, I think I got the smell out. Not even close. Not even close. And the funny thing is like that night, we were like, where are the tortillas? Didn't they send any tortillas? Where are the soft shells? She's like,
oh, they were in the back behind Asia's head.
Yeah, they were in like the back window of the car. And so it was like, I wonder where he's going to find in his car.
Oh, that's it.
This is how bad the smell was.
Surprise, 3 boxes.
This is how bad the smell was.
Oh.
So Matt, after he got done doing hockey, he smells like an absolute dumpster when he's done playing hockey, right? He's just skating around and sweating like crazy and that stuff. He was getting in and gagging after he was done playing hockey. And I was like, how dare you? How dare you get into this car? I have to smell the beef and Matt. And I'm not gagging. You keep it to yourself, my friend.
Oh.
So anyway, we had plenty of tacos. There's probably still more. If anybody wants tacos, just go to Matt's house.
Just go to Matt's house. They'll be there.
Probably still got them. But we did that on Thursday, and we gave away nerdies and all sorts of great stuff, and it was fantastic. It's a way again for us to just love on the people that are engaging in our community. And so had a really great time doing that. Played some games into the wee hours of the morning. And then we got up the next day, Friday, and started. Like it was, we got almost straight to it. Jacqueline, so good.
Oh my gosh, that was so awesome. And the keynotes were probably my favorite thing about LTN Con, because Jacqueline has this way of teaching while talking in a conversational way that doesn't make you feel dumb, but at the same time teaches you these bigger concepts and words and ideas that are so relevant and important, and just absolutely nailed the concept of, like, hers were why do nerds and
make
geeks
the best friends.
And another was why is geeking out essential to life, which you can catch both of those on our YouTube channel if you want to watch. youtube.com/lovethynerd. I know I'll be watching them again because there was just so much goodness in them.
I think it's actually lovethynerd.com/YouTube. I think if you go the opposite direction, it's not going to take you there. Either way, you can go to YouTube and Google. You can just search for Love Thy Nerd.
It does take you there. It does. But you should, you know what? Use whatever link you want.
For a while it didn't. For a while it did not do that.
I know. Use whatever link you want to get to the YouTube.
Just ask Jeeves and he'll get you there.
Just ask him and he'll tell you. So I thought Jacqueline's talks were a really good and just soul-filling time of broader learning about these topics, but also tying into like what we believe at LTN, right? Mm-hmm. And then the breakout sessions kind of delved more into detail about specific aspects of that, which I loved too. So I wish, that you would have made it easier for me to go to every single one.
So Kate literally chewed me out. She was like, I wanted to go to all of them. Why couldn't I go to all of them? And I said, well, when you go to stuff like this, things have to overlap in order for them all to happen. And so you got to choose. And I'm so sorry about that. And it's not going to get any easier at the summit. If anything, Kate, it's going to get much more difficult at the summit. Because there will be more events going on at the same time.
Just makes me so angry. But I did. I attended.
But we recorded them.
But I wanted to be there in real life. What if I had a question? Now it's too late. I went to the Forge Gaming one, which was super cool, and I learned a lot about like the actual how to, like, what power stuff you need, right? Like nobody really ever thinks about that until it's too late and there's a problem. Yeah. So I felt like, it is what they do. Yeah. But I felt like if you told me that I needed to do one tomorrow, I'd be like, oh, okay, I have a better idea of what's happening because they literally taught me how, and I took the notes. It was just cool getting to hear from people who are super, super smart in their field. Yes. Yeah. And we had a mixture of like panels. And we had, breakout like speakers, people that were like teaching things. We also had some other events like join a D&D or a D&D-esque campaign, like a one-off. Like Reedy did that honey heist, which he does every year, and I think that's super great. I painted minis. Well, it wasn't just I was going to say minis. It was everybody, because Falvo held a paint the minis thing. Yeah, that was really fun, and all his brushes and stuff. And his paints. Yeah, he was so pumped. Dude, we talked about that for 2 months, how he was going to do it. I need to take a picture of mine that I painted. Did you finish it? Well, I finished it there, and then I was nervous that it was going to be smashed on the way home.
Oh man. Yeah, it was really cool, and I was glad we got to do that because honestly, like most things, right? Like they can fall through at any moment. And there was a point where that mini painting thing almost didn't happen.
Oh.
And when we were able to do it, I was like, yes, I'm very excited about this. I didn't get to do it.
You didn't schedule anything else that I would have had to choose.
There were plenty of things at that time that but you chose that, and that just is what it does. But yeah, I mean, it was so cool. I really loved all that stuff. Let's see, what was my favorite? My favorite thing, honestly, if I'm being real, and this is not a diss to anybody else, okay? My favorite thing that I experienced, because I wasn't able to be at all the things, right? My favorite thing that I experienced was probably the Moviga night. That little event. I keep calling it trivia. It wasn't trivia. It was just they were partying, right? They were just there to party. And so that was just a blast. I had a lot of fun heckling them and heckling the people that were up there and laughing and just letting go, man. Like it was great. I thought it was fantastic.
I'm glad I met those guys.
Yeah.
In real life.
What on how many Kates?
Oh, I'd give them 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, Stephen Ridley has a beautiful singing voice.
Well,
that's why they get a 10
not
out of 10.
Kate.
I want to see him on the big stage.
How big?
Whatever size he wants. Average.
The average big stage.
Average worship leader type stage. So about a Boys and Girls Club size.
Oh man. And again, I really enjoyed Jacqueline's stuff. Like she speaks to the heart of what we do. And she has a really good way of articulating nerd culture. And so I just really appreciated that. And she's a blast. And the plan is to have her back at the summit in some way, shape, or form. We haven't talked about any of that yet, but I just told her to kind of keep her schedule open because we're going to figure it out.
Yeah, don't schedule anything next year, at the end of the year, the fourth quarter.
But Kate, games. What? Did you play any games?
Well, yeah, I played Game of Cat and Mouth, as you know. I played Scout, which was difficult for me. I had to keep showing Jared Bangs my cards and ask him, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this?
I need to buy that game. What
else did I play? I played Cup Set. I played that kite game. Forgot what it's called. Probably just kites.
Kites? Were you flipping over timers?
Yeah, Andy taught me that game.
That game.
That was very fun. That was also Kate friendly. It was, but I have to be in a mood for it because otherwise I'll have a panic attack about the timers.
The way that I explain that game to people is it is as frustrating as trying to fly a kite on a windless day. That's how I explain it to people.
No.
Yeah.
Well, maybe for you, but
no, absolutely, 100% for me. Yeah.
I liked it. That would be one that I would get for my Kate game shelf that never gets played. I would get that one.
Your shelf of opportunity.
Yeah, I have a bunch in there that I never play. Some of them I don't even know how to play.
Oh, who needs them? Yeah, get them out of here.
You and Matt told me to get it, and now I don't know how to play it.
Kites?
No, not kites. Whatever.
What else is on your?
I forget. The curtain's closed. I can't see the games that are in my game shelf.
Okay,
that I don't play.
Got it.
When we go on break, I'll get it out.
Oh, perfect. I can't wait.
Something also that I appreciated about LTN Con was the AFK room, which if you are a person like me, I seem pretty like extroverted in this setting of a podcast, and like I can in person seem like an extrovert, but I'm a hardcore introvert and I need to recharge and I need a place to pull it together that is quiet, like no stimulus, so that I can continue on throughout the day. And I felt like the AFK room was really awesome. I loved that we had one. So if you are thinking about this event saying, oh man, that sounds fun, I think I'd like to go the next time there's one, but where do I recharge? If that's a concern for you, like it is for me, because if I don't recharge, then I can't handle it and I'll be like throwing up and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
So I seriously mean that. So I thought that was a really great thing. And it was always quiet in there, except for a couple times when I made some noise. But that was me. Other
Watching people
were
engage
quiet.
and utilize that.
Yes, it was so awesome. So there is
Yeah.
a safe place there, you know? And my only regret about LTN Con is that I didn't have enough time to talk to everyone as much as I wanted to in the way that I wanted to. There just wasn't enough time. There were so many people that I wish I could have said, okay, let's spend the next half day together. Let's go, Brother Mod. What's up? What's up with you? I want to hear everything. I want to know everything about what's happening. You know, there was just, there was not enough time humanly possible for me to chat with everyone the way that I wanted. But that's why the relationships from LTN Con and online can continue online after the event is over. That's like the purpose of digital community. So
yeah. I was going through some of the pictures that one of the photographers we had there, Josh, was doing, and I was like, "Ooh-wee!" There's a lot of people in these pictures that I did not talk to, did not get a chance to talk to, but I saw them engaging with other people and not just like sitting alone by themselves. Yeah. And so it's not about me or you or anybody from LTN actually making sure we talk to every single person, but to make sure that everybody has somebody that they can talk to and that they feel comfortable. But I wanted
to, because I like finding out random things about people.
Yeah.
I'm like compelled to find out the weirdest random stuff. But it was great. I loved getting just to meet everybody and be like, yeah, I see your head now. I can overlay like your head with your name in Discord or like your profile. It was just good for me. I'm glad that I went and I stayed with Asia and Luke, and Asia made me like 2 gourmet breakfasts. So can't really complain.
Yeah. No, it was fantastic. And we had, like I said, tons of vendors there. Deliverance was there. Animo was there. Gilded Greyland was there.
By the way, they were talking to me and said, do you know this pastor here where I live? And the name sounded familiar, but I couldn't think of him off the top of my head. Turns out my grandparents love this pastor. Isn't that crazy that the Animo guys know?
Yeah.
They're like, do you know Mike? And I didn't. And my gammy's like, oh yeah, we know Mike. He like he knows us. He invited us to be his church, part of his church, but we said no. So that's.
Jeez, Gammy with the shade.
I know. I was kind of like, oh, I think you made a mistake. I love it though. So that had no point.
Last thing that I'll say about it, and again, we had Mosaic Fan Art, Mini Maple Studios.
Yes, love her.
We also, had Beth was there. She was making, pottery stuff, or she had made pottery stuff.
Wild.
And we had, Forge Gaming there. We also had Allies of Majesty, which is like a Pathfinder type game.
That was really cool. I was talking to him about, what is this and what's going on. And it was very cool to hear about that.
Yeah. And if that's your thing, like, man, it's great. If that kind of gameplay is your thing. And then, also we had Bible X, which is the video game about transporting you back in time to biblical times and engaging in these things, which to me is just fascinating.
Yeah, it needed a little bit more like Assassin's Creed elements, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Like, seriously, the kids were breaking it. I mean, they were absolutely finding all the holes in it. But out of all of that, I think most of all of that, and it's not a slam to anybody, most of it was topped by the water bottle. Like, I did not expect for our water bottle to be as dang good as it is.
This thing is absolute straight up fire. Like,
here's the thing. I would say this if we went and got that water bottle somewhere else. I just would, because that water bottle is fantastic. And you can get it at lovethinerd.com/store. 32 ounces. It's got a flip top lid. That is a hard straw, all the good stuff. And it will keep your drinks cold for what feels like forever.
It's true. I tested it. Also, you won't choke on it like how I did on my coffee just now.